With awareness, you are bringing your pure presence. So then the divinity enters that space. Through that divinity, life manifests. Satsang. To be with the truth. It all depends on the way you look at the creation. We all are continuously in the journey of the truth. Namaste to you all. So if you have any questions, you can please feel free to ask. I think Eva Kosachekova is coming to ask question. She is unmuting. The question is, how the process of dissolution brings wisdom, or how to dissolve to have the wisdom, something like that. So for now, we need to understand what is the terminology the dissolution means by itself. Dissolution means it's not like an imagination, there is water, you put salt, salt dissolves into water, or sugar dissolves into water. Of course, a little comparison can be made. Here, the dissolution happens in a different dimension, meaning at metaphysical dimension. What we all should understand is this physical form is the metaphysical conclusion. I repeat, the physical form is metaphysical conclusion, meaning the subtlest form, what we all carry, whether it as a mind or as a wisdom, whatever, that concludes and brings as a body concept. What is body concept? The body means an expression from something past, an expression based on experience, an expression based on conclusions, an expression based on sense perception. Through all this, and a feeling comes as body. Dissolution or dissolving means to cross over this feeling or thought or formation, what happens at the level of metaphysical level, which is concluding our life as mere body. Of course, it appears at the functional level, yes, I carry this body, I walk, I run, I eat. For functionality, body is there, body is required also. Even for the consciousness, this body is required to express itself. But when the consciousness is expressed, when you understand, body is a mere medium to express the consciousness. We may eat food through this body, to this body, through this body. We eat food. So why we eat food? We are not eating food for the sake of body. It appears we are eating food for the sake of body. Of course, for survival of body, we need food. So this food, why it is required for the body? It is required for the expression of the consciousness. Let's say if someone is in coma or they don't have any consciousness. So if you know they will be forever having no consciousness at all, then what is the use of this body? Even if you are nourishing this body, there is no use. Even you may use the drips and you may give some glucose or whatever the nourishment to keep the body alive. Aliveness of the body is not the intention of life. Expression of the consciousness is the intention of life. Expression of the consciousness through the aliveness of the body is the process of life. I repeat, expression of the consciousness through the aliveness of the body is the whole process of life. This expression of the consciousness, once you know, the purpose of life is expression of consciousness, then most of your struggle will stop. All the struggle in your life is happening mainly due to considering that this life means expressing this body, expressing the likes and dislikes that is originating from the body, to express the fear, what I carry with me, which is the accumulation of the body experiences. When the life is oriented from the background of the body expression, all this limitation happens. Of course, body is there, is a mere vehicle. Through this body, we express the consciousness. This consciousness is alive. Actually, what is alive is consciousness. Since you have the concept of I, you think and you limit the life to the body aliveness. This conscious aliveness has no beginning and no end. The consciousness goes on living. That aliveness of consciousness is expressed through the living of the body. That's it. See, aliveness of something else is expressed through the living of the body. But unfortunately, what has happened nowadays is the whole society, every function in day-to-day life, whole education, everything is based on body living. That's it. There is no way of life structured based on conscious expression. So we are all living in a state of society which is not so supportive for conscious way of living. The whole society pulls you, trains you, creates fears in you, threatens you, puts the conditions in you, so that it makes you completely to believe and act based on body actions. Based on as though the life means body living. Body living is just an indication. The true thing what lives through the body is the consciousness. And little observation you make, you will come to know by yourself. Suppose if you are seeing a tree, it's not the eyes which is seeing the tree. Not at all. If you are eating food, it's not the body which is eating the food. It's not the eye which is seeing the tree. Just the tree falls on the retina and something else experiences the tree. In the same way, the whole life is the manifestation of the consciousness as nature. And for some time we come in this flow and we take part in this constant ever expression of the consciousness, the manifestation Leela, or the game of, or the process of manifestation. We participate and we have that beautiful opportunity to experience it, and we pack up and leave. So we are all visitors for the manifestation of the consciousness. So this is the diffusion process. Actually the diffusion process meaning from the I-oriented life into the consciousness-oriented life. That is the diffusion. Whatever scripture, even in Ashtavakra Gita, what he speaks, it's one of the very beautiful scriptures like Bhagavad Gita. Ashtavakra Gita is also a thing which represents these concepts. Or else, what appears as life, and for this appearance, what struggle you make, for this appearance, what time you spend, for this appearance, what fear you create in your actions or in your mind, all these will be ruling or deciding the quality of your life. Once you know, yes, it's not like my life, it's life's life. Life's life. It's not my life. I am living the life's life. And life has no end and no beginning. Do you think at any moment in this creation life will end? Life goes on happening. And I live that life. And what I live as life, it's a beautiful opportunity. That's it. And why I have a struggle here? It's like the moment you understand, a easiness descends down into your life expression. If a river is flowing, what struggle you have in it? When the river is flowing, why you struggle here? In the same way, life is flowing. Like us, trillions of people had lived on this planet and will going to live here. Like this in innumerable infinite planets, all over the creation, life is going on happening. It's flowing. And when in the life flowing, instead of celebrating that flow, why I had to struggle? This is wisdom. If the river is flowing, you should be happy for it. Oh, it's happening, it's beautiful, it's flowing. So instead of it, why you create struggle in you? Because you consider it is my life. And it's not only that you consider it's my life, oh, I like this, I don't like this, as though like you take the rise and setting of the sun as though on your head. Suppose if somebody is taking responsibility for rising and setting of the sun, can you help? Oh, the sun rises and the sun sets. It's my responsibility. It's like life is my responsibility. Especially with the Western mindset, it is very difficult concept to understand. For everything, I should feel responsible. The I. And if you see, you have not created even a little thing. And you can't create also. You can't destroy also. So this dimension of understanding life, it doesn't mean you behave in a very irresponsible way. No. It's not to create an extreme opinion and to fall in the path of life or to go down in the path of life. What I am telling is, it's not to create an opinion. Normally, what mistake people do is, they listen to something and they come to the conclusion. So they begin to act as per a concept created. No. Instead of acting in life as per the concept created in your mind, act in life as per the understanding about life. The concepts what you create should make you understand about life. When the concepts what you hear, learn, begins to make you understand about life, the learning process becomes unlearning process actually. Your mind is not filled with information, but the life begins to flow with the wisdom. So that is the dissolving process. A shift from mind to wisdom. A shift from I to consciousness. A shift from likes and dislikes to happening of the beauty of life. A shift from feeling and bringing struggle and feeling responsible for life. A shift from here to feeling the life as a life which is forever and ever and ever. And being thankful, being very, very gratitude for this opportunity of feeling life. We are all gifted for this beautiful possibility what we all carry with us. So that shift is the dissolution. So towards this, when you walk in your life, a beautiful transformation begins to happen. That transformation brings easiness in life, brings happiness in life, brings a kind of genuine living. See, when you see people cheating, lying, being inside, outside, one thing, it all comes to due to the background of the body felt oriented life. When you live life, you are free from every inhibition of the mind. You live life. And there is no struggle you will find with the person who is living life. So this quality, when it comes, that is the dissolution. That is the dissolving into the life. Dissolving life into life. That we may call. Or else you hold, you cling the life to you. The poor life is celebrating, happening everywhere, and you press the throat of the life. How the consciousness will feel? Oh, you press it. And you take all the pains and suffering of that into you, and you fully, completely develop a concept or a theory within your mind. Oh, I struggle, I worry, my future, my financial condition, my planning. You begin to holding the tightness of life. Why? You are able to breathe, thankful. You are able to see something, thankful. For everything, be gratitude, be contented. So from and unsatisfied moments to contentful moments, when you shift, that is the dissolution of life. So this expansion makes you a totally different person in your life. So that is the meaning of that dissolution. Then automatically wisdom generates from you. Or else human beings are all packets of mind generating units. You go to anyone, you feel their mind. Once you begin to understand life beyond the mind, it's not nice. And you see there, if somebody has a sharp laser in front of you, if somebody does like this, how you feel? Even though it's their hand, they are doing, you feel, no, not nice. You just feel to move away. In the same way, once you begin to know the life, understand the life beyond mind, then you will understand, yes, life is a totally different. It's like, then you recognize, what is mind generated life and what is wisdom generated life. Mind generated life brings a different reality to you. You can see, this comes even in Patanjali Yoga Sutra also. As an example he gives, when you analyze your dreams, so in the dream you very clearly find it's a mind generated reality. Mind also has that capacity to create mind generated reality. So you live, and you live truthfully. See, as long as you are dreaming, you live very truthfully, as though it's your own life, and mind is creating that life. So the same is extended. So there, the mind created life in absence of senses. When you open the eyes, you live the same mind created life with the presence of senses. That's it, the difference. When the wisdom generated life begins to happen to you, things will be different. Things will be different means, it doesn't mean a coconut tree will become a mango tree to you, or a river will become ocean. Not like that. See, the life quality changes. What you need to understand is, changing of the life quality is not the change of the nature. Changing of the life quality is change of the conscious state of expression. In the same creation, in the same world, in the same planet, let's take an example of the planet Earth. How many living beings are there? Cockroach is there, mosquito is there, tiger is there, deer is there, bird is there. How many? Dog, cat, humans. See, the same reality. How they live and how we live as humans. What a quality difference. Have you ever seen any cats having their own restaurant? Not possible. Having their own swimming pool. Because there's such a difference is there with the quality of life. Why? How it came? It doesn't came due to humans have a different nature. So what mountain is there for a cat, the same mountain is there for you. What mountain is there for a dog, the same mountain is there for humans. Same trees, same ocean, same stars, same sun, same moon. But where the difference of the quality? Difference of the quality is not the result of the difference in the nature. Difference of the quality is due to the difference in the manifestation of the consciousness in you. That's what yoga brings. That's what meditation brings. That's how the quality of upbringing in the evolutionary path happens. Where evolution happened? Evolution, even if you consider Darwin theory or whatever theory, even if you consider the evolution, where it happened, it didn't happen somewhere else. It didn't happen like somewhere in the moon or somewhere in the Mars. It happened on this planet Earth, in between us, still it's happening. And happening in between the same nature, in between the same matter, within the same content. It's happening and it will be happening. And who decides the role? Who decides the cause and effect of this manifestation? The level of your consciousness upliftment. So that dimension, when you grow, that is the diffusion, that is the wisdom, what all these lines of the scriptures makes you to look at it. Is it clear? So if anybody has any other question. I will enjoy a nice juice. Double A has raised hand. Yes. Please.
Hi. My question is, where should I begin? I mean, I am in a struggling life, and if I give up the struggles, what will happen? What will I do for a living? Where should I begin? I mean.
See, if you leave the struggle, actually, you fear to leave the struggle mainly because in absence of struggle, you are nothing. Normally,
Yes.
through struggle, people get identified. People get a self-valuing. So if I am not struggling, a big vacuum, a emptiness comes to them. That's why it's like a kind of validating their life every moment. Oh, I struggle, that's why my life is important. And if you are like standing in front of this creation outside, how many lives are happening? And where is the place for struggle? If somebody is struggling, what it is? It's nothing actually. So that is why you can start by understanding why I am validating my life through my struggles. That self-reflection you should start. Okay, I stopped struggling. Then what? A vacuum comes, an emptiness comes. So what? So in that emptiness, for the very first time, you will be beginning to feel your true self. Your struggle has covered up your true self. Once you stop struggle, it's a habit to struggle. See, some people will have habit of drinking coffee, a habit of drinking chai. Why they have the habit? Just to feel something spiciness in life. In the same way, it's very like astonishing to find Many people find the spiciness of life in their struggle, in their sadness. Something has happened 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago. Remembering that, they feel sad now. Something has happened 1 year ago, now they feel sad about it. Why? Because they validate their life. It's a kind of habit to sense the life. So, sensing the life through these negative dimensions has to be dropped. Of course, until you put a step towards the positive means it happens by itself. In the transition period, you may feel some emptiness. So be okay with it. I am dropping my struggle. So after dropping struggle, who am I? And then you should understand, actually there is no who am I. There is no who am I. So be ready for it. Then automatically struggle stops. The struggle will be there as long as I is there. Your struggle is not your struggle. Your struggle is the expression of the concept of I, what you have created. That concept of I is getting nourished through struggle. Once you begin to understand, just don't do anything, just know it. Because if you want to do something about it, it brings one more struggle. So instead of bringing one more struggle, just know it and start a fresh life. That's always better. Instead of trying to, what should I do? No. What should I do? Always it brings one more methodology, one more process, one more steps towards the struggle. Know and be relaxed. Let it happen. So in this way, if you are able to align to this witnessing dimension of life, things will become easy. It's about knowing the struggle, that's it. It's not a kind of any process of doing something for the struggle. Just to know. Let's say, for example, if I am carrying 100 kilogram weight on my shoulder, 100 kilogram weight, I am behaving although there is 100 kilogram of weight on my shoulder, every moment walking slow, struggling. Then somebody comes, hey Vijay, what happened to you? Why you are like this? No, I carry 100 kilogram of weight. Hey, come on man, there is nothing. Oh, is there nothing? Oh, I say, there is nothing. Oh, now I know. Oh, there is nothing on my back. Okay, now I relax. Oh, that's it, life. Actually, life is very, very light. Very light. All the heaviness we bring from within ourselves. That is the struggle. Struggle, just what is required is just look, there is no struggle. That's it. I don't carry it. That is understanding. Suppose if I begin to think, I carry 100 kilogram, how to put it down 100 kilogram, I require his help, her help, or I bring a crane to bring it down. Then a process started, more struggle. No. Just to know, I don't carry anything. That is life. So that easiness should be substituted by knowing. Knowing brings being. Be. Be the life. Not to be I constantly. That stops you from struggling. Is it okay? Double A?
Yes, but I want to ask further that how do we differentiate the struggle from the efforts, daily efforts to daily work we do to live?
See, struggle from effort. See, when it comes to the effort, there is two ways of looking at life. Love what you do, or whatever you do, love it. Only two choices. First choice, love is there towards something what you want to do. And that you want to do. Okay, go for it. Suppose if you are a painter or a musician or a meditator or a yoga teacher, whoever it may be, you love it. Okay, do it. So now that is one reality. Another reality, oh, I don't have an opportunity of doing what I love. The creation is giving me different gift. Okay, I begin to love whatever I do. Whether you are going day-to-day life, whatever the work, whatever it may be. Don't bring effort. Effort is created due to the mind state. You should understand the difference. For an example, you can take when in the morning when the people are walking. Some people walk 5 kilometers, 6 kilometers, 8 kilometers, 10 kilometers. In the morning they walk and they enjoy the walking. The same people, even walking 2 kilometers for the office, you see their struggle or their effort. So suddenly they are ready to walk 6-7 kilometers in enjoying and taking the pleasure of walking. They appear very easy, but the moment they are walking towards the office, they are in effort. I can see in Amsterdam people biking. When they are biking to office, they are like when they are biking in the park, in the weekends, when they are biking with the friends, they bike for, some people bike for 50, 60, 90 kilometers also. Like talking, being there. So why this change from this to this happens? Mind. That you should understand. What I can change, I will change. What I can't change, it's life. What I can change, then it is life. What I can't change, then also it is life. So through any means, don't become separate from life. Effort is nothing but getting separated from life. So then, effort or a struggle is between you and life reality. So that diving into life. So in day-to-day life, when you are doing many actions, you may go to a factory, you may go to a restaurant, or you may go to an office to work. If that is your reality, use that reality to construct the dimension required in life to love whatever I do. That love from my heart I do. Having an aim in life okay, whatever I do, it's temporary. I may be going to a factory or an office which I don't like, but whatever I do, I love. At the same time, oh, my life is different. Way I love to do it. Perfectly fine. Make a transition from here to there. Plan it. Execute it. Save your energy for it. Or else what happens? You don't like your job, so then you are constantly in effort. You work from morning till evening, you are tired and you go to bed. Because your energies gets affected by through your effort. Instead of it, you know very clearly you don't like your job, perfectly fine. It doesn't mean I should not love what I don't like. Okay, I go to my job, wholeheartedly I do it, I keep my energies up, I come back home after working for 6 hours or 8 hours. So then for my wish or to what field I would like to develop, I utilize few left hours in my life. So like this, if I can do for 6 months or 1 year or 2 years, whatever, depending on what you would like to express. So towards that, I organize my energy and I will have a transition period towards it. I take a shift from here to there without damaging my self-expression. The important is don't damage your self-expression. At any cost, don't damage your self-expression. Your self-expression is very, very valuable. The most precious thing. From that dimension, when you begin to look, then automatically your day-to-day effort is dissolved. Is it okay now?
Thank you, it's clear now. Thank you so much.
Okay, welcome. Any other questions? Yes, please. Michelle?
Just wondering how you would help someone with an addiction.
Addiction in the sense of towards what? Yes, because in addiction also many varieties are there.
I guess towards a particular habit.
Okay.
A particular behavior. I don't want to go into too much detail.
Okay. So an addiction towards particular habit or particular behavior, that can be solved by bringing the freshness in their life. Because any addictions or any habits cannot be solved by any advice. Because whatever advice you give, they know. So if somebody is smoking cigarette, if you tell them, please don't smoke the cigarette, it is not good for health, they know it already. Or somebody is under drugs, they know it already. Whatever the habits they are doing, then they know this effect also. Even it need not be only about smoking, drugs. Some people are very habitual to sleep late. They sleep up to morning, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. I have seen people even sleeping up to 2 p.m. And for them, they know I am missing life, I should get up, it's not nice to sleep. All will be there. Why it is happening? Any habit or addiction is manifestation of their own conditionings, their own karmas, their own imprints that manifests through them. So that is why yogis will not have any habits. It's very strange, you should observe. They don't miss anything. If you are in the path of yoga, that is one of the indication you will not have any habit. Meaning, Suppose imagine you are drinking every day chai, tea. For 10 days, if you are not getting chai, even you don't remember, oh, I should drink or I should get chai. Nothing. So why it is possible? An addiction or a habit is a continuation of an imprinted thing. A program is there in them which manifests as an addiction. They can't come out of it. It's like if somebody is like, in some fair there is a rotating. In the fair you sit and you pay money and you rotate like this. So they are rotating like this. Who can bring them out of that addiction? Only thing is, bring the freshness in them. Don't condemn them, criticize them, advise them, don't explain the consequences about, they all know it. Just bring some freshness, meaning what they need is something totally different. Let's say for example, to what extent it affects is, if your parents are there and there is a difference between you and your parents, some arguments is if it is constantly happening. So both are upset, parents upset about their daughter or son, and they are also upset about parents. When they are far, they are happy. Once they go, they are in arguments or struggle. Now, each one is addicted to their own life. There are addicted, there are like a kind of complete acceptance of my way of life, here my way of life. Suppose, as a daughter or son, you made a decision. I give a freshness to my parents. How I can give freshness to my parents? My parents are so conditioned, they want to control me, they want to create struggle in me, they condemn me. How I can give the freshness? You have your own freedom concept, your own understanding of life, your own journey, your own space you would like to create. Then how I give? Then you become a person whom your parents never experienced like that. For example, always be happy. Whatever your parents do or try to implement, control, just be happy. That will be a big shock for anybody. Suddenly I am seeing a new daughter or son. Always I used to see a daughter or a son who is responding for my emotions, responding for my implementations, responding for my control. Oh, suddenly nothing is working. They are independently happy, like a freshness. Suppose you go to your home and your mama or papa, they make you murmuring. Hey, mama, papa, murmur, enjoy, I make a nice coffee for you. Suddenly a freshness. Oh, till now, when I murmur, my daughter or son also used to murmur at me, respond to me, or angry at me. Oh, what has happened? That brings the change. In the same way, for any addicted person, whether it is drugs, smoking, alcohol, whatever, bring the freshness. It's a shift. It's like if you are traveling in train, if you are not feeling good to be in the train, whatever the advice you give, it won't work until unless you bring them out of the train. In the same way, they are confined in their expression. When they are confined in their expression, that is the addiction. To de-addict them, you have to substitute their memories with a new memory. You should bring new memories. Old memories has to leave. So how you bring new memory, that depends on case basis. So it's a very interesting study and it will give 100% result. You look at a person, because every person enters into addiction due to some XYZ reason. The way they are programmed to be in addiction, a particular way will be there due to the environment or due to friends or influence of parents or something they are seeking in life or whatever. Due to one or the other reason, they are trying to find their life in their addictions. So then bring a freshness based on that. You replace their memory, which is making them to enact. Because every memory needs a space to enact. Enact means an expression. See, if somebody is a very good actor and they have very well practiced a role in a play and they want to enact always and they wait for the show, I can enact and feel life, show life and get the response. In the same way, to enact, to express, there is an imprint in them. With what imprint they are filled, that they will express, that role they play. So what you have to do is bring a new imprint in them. The new imprint in the sense, the imprint which is very fresh, very positive, because in the end, what you bring, that enacts, that manifests, that comes out. So that shift or that new memory or that freshness, if you can bring into them, then only it can be a successful methodology for transforming them from their addictions.
And how does that work if you have your own, if you see your own addictions? To bring your own, is that breaking the pattern program? That's something like that, or?
The question is?
Yeah, if you see your own addiction, but how to put freshness in yourself?
See, here her point is, if you see your own addiction, how to bring the freshness? When you see your own addiction, the freshness can be brought by the gap you give, gap of being nothing. When you bring the gap of nothing, a delink will happen, or else you are constantly rolling in the same way. You have a kind of addiction to something, you look at it, and now to bring a freshness, when you can look your own addictions, stop this rolling. Stop. Be nothing. So when you stop, always one interesting thing what we need to understand about the imprint. Very interesting thing. This can transform your life. Normally, for this you need to understand the science of imprint creation. The science of imprint creation, what's happening in you. An imprint or a condition, whatever, how it is created. You are not creating it. Have you created it? It seems you carry that program. It seems you carry that imprint in you. It seems you carry that conditionings in you. But have you willfully created it? Something else has created. Your parentage, where you born, your society, your education, your past life influences, all those things has created in you. what it means. What it means. Where you are, that creates the imprint. Your availability creates the imprint, always. The whole program of this creation, the whole program, constantly, see what is an imprint, or what is the program you carry within you? It is a threshold capacity to manifest. See, you may be manifesting as an addiction, as an addictor, or you may be manifesting an angriness, or you may be manifesting an happiness, you may be manifesting a celebration, you may be manifesting a jealousy, you may be manifesting insecurity, whatever you may be manifesting, the whole life is manifesting capacity. That is, so to manifest, you need a seed in you. If you want to have a tree, a seed should be there. The seed has a manifesting capacity as a tree. What is seed? Seed is a program to manifest as a tree. In the same way, you carry a program as an addiction holder. You want to manifest it. The whole creation is like that. Even in our mother's womb, we were a single cell. And we manifested into a body program. The whole creation, simply, it goes on programming at every level to manifest. Every level is a manifesting program. That's what, because a consciousness has to manifest as a nature. So, in this manifesting program, suppose you observe you have your own addictions constantly in this role, it's going as a repetitive cycle, you don't have any control on this expression of this addiction, and this addiction is also a manifestation of a program what you carry. Now, what program you have, it is due to the contribution of the life what you lived in the environment. Now, actually what you need to give is, then you gave the space for that happening to create a program of addiction. Now you should give a space for creating a new program from the same environment. How you can give that space? Just stop. Be nothing. So when you are nothing, then something can enter into you. It's like, see here, there is water. I had a juice here. Now my juice is finished. Now if I want to drink from here, only I end up drinking water. If I want a juice or a chai or a milk in it to drink, I have to empty this. It's full. Once I am emptying, at least a new thing, a chance will be there. In the same way, for addiction, when you observe your own self-addiction, first you stop. Have space. So in that emptiness, a new life will have a space to it. A new program making possibility, creating possibility will arise. So create that possibility first. You are all not at all creating that possibility and you want a change. Impossible. Just out of mind concepts and theories, you keep moving in the same way, in the same repetitive cycle. There is no end for it. So if you want to end your own addiction, bring that space. So then automatically a first step is put towards that. Of course, as a support, if you have a teacher or who can guide you in this process, then the things becomes more easy. Or else, by creating that space when you become completely empty and nothing, then the creation brings its own program. Because creation is not empty even at a single point. It brings one or the other program. Something will be there. Because there is no nothingness in one angle in the creation. Something will be there. Show me one nothingness. It doesn't like that. So it's a program. See, creation itself means what? Creation it is. What is a creation? Creation is a manifestation of the program of life. So we all live there. It's like a fish living inside the water. We all live surrounded by the water of the manifestation, water of the program of the manifestation. So that manifestation. So if you create the space, it's enough. Something will flow. With awareness, that is the beauty of the meditation. What you are doing in meditation actually. With awareness, you are bringing your pure presence. So then the divinity enters that space. Through the divinity, life manifests. So then it's a freshness, change. So towards that, when you begin to put your steps, an inner revolution will happen. Inner revolution leads to revelations. Revelations leads to transformation. Transformation brings evolution. Evolution brings everything. For this everything, journey starts from being able to nothing. Being nothing. Then everything will come out of it. Thank you all. It was very nice to see you all and reach the divinity in all of you. All the best. Happy time.